Hey recipe gurus, thanks for joining us for the recipe layout tutorial. We are going to start off as usual on the cookbook homepage, and we're going to click on the layout and design tile, the recipe layouts link. And then on this page here, we're going to cover everything from top to bottom, starting with your recipe and page layout options. Then we're going to move into your picture photo position options. From there, a little bit on the long form recipe options, your page layout options, and then the header and footer options. So that's what you're in for in this particular session. If you're seeking the information on the photos that go with your recipes, head over to the Managing Recipe Photos tutorial and you'll see all the information you need to know there. So first things first, let's begin with our page layout options. Of course, there's always a default, but you can always choose from some recipe layout options by clicking on the plus right here. And as you can see, there's lots and lots of options for you. Most of the difference is in the font, and of course, whether it's one column or two columns in the ingredients section. And there are so many to choose from. You can always click on one if you wanted to see it a little bit up close. You can preview, and it will show you what it would look like in real time. Okay. Of course, you can always choose an option and apply it to your whole book, and then just hit preview book to take a look and see what it looks like in your actual book. So you can never break the software. You can always change your options and view them. You're never married to a decision. You can always come back and do them. The custom layout option, if you choose the edit button, it will bring you to a wizard, of course, for you to make some selections regarding the title section, the contributor section, your ingredients section, right? The directions and the comments, and of course just follow the prompts to make your selections on font size, what color, all kinds of, good fun options there. For the purpose of our class today, let's just stick with our recipe layout selections that are built into the system. So scrolling back up to the top here, this is the selected layout. And if I wanted to change my recipe layout, I would simply select whichever new one I wanted to have. And it will pop it up here at the top, the preview. And to apply it to all of my recipes that have been entered, I simply select this checkbox here to reset all the recipes to that default layout setting. So, of course, always be sure to save once you've changed a setting so that that will apply across all of your recipes. And of course, you can preview book to make sure that the layout is as desired, or that you get the result that you're thinking that you're going to get across all recipes. Next up is your photo position. And so this is the photo position that's been selected. I can always change my photo position by clicking the plus sign here and checking out all the options that are available. Now, if I don't know what one looks like from this teeny tiny picture, you can always click sample to get a preview. So this is what it would look like in real life if you were to select that choice. Okay, so before the recipe, at the top of the recipe, it will show up at the top if you have a small percentage size when you're choosing your photo. If you do a full page size, it will actually show up on the page before. So again, as with any of the settings, whatever you select, you can click the checkbox to set all the recipes to have that setting, or you can just do it in the beginning before you even enter any recipes, and then all the recipes will follow that format. Okay, as usual, save if you've made any changes, and before the checkbox options here, play around with them. You can't break the system. Check them, check the preview, uncheck them, check back to the preview, see which one you like or don't like. It's always kind of fun. As for the long form recipe options, It's really just a matter of check boxes and playing around with those, going back and forth to see what they might look like, and of course, saving for any of the changes you make. And then page layout options. There are several different page layout options that are kind of fun. You have margins and spacing. So a large header and footer, you have a narrow header or footer. Play around with those, see what the preview looks like. Sorting of recipes, you can do it in alphabetical order. The system will do it for you. Or shortest to longest, the system automatically calculates that. Or if you're a control freak like me, you can always click here for the sort tool, and it will bring up a wizard for you to rearrange those recipes in whatever order makes you happy. As for the white space filler, this is kind of fun. Sometimes we have a really short recipe, and if we wanted the recipes to show up just one to a page, it's nice to have a little filler in that white space. So built into the software are a few graphics and quotations options, and to see any given one, all you do is click the sample. Like if you want to see what beach items look like, click the sample and you'll see what some of the things would look like that pop onto the page. Now, it's not something you can choose and say, oh, we'll put sunglasses on this recipe and the sunshine on that recipe. It will just default, but they're fun nonetheless. All right, and then same with the quotations. There's some really cute samples here that'll tell you what the quotations would look like. And again, you can't really pick which ones go on a page, or even if they show up on a page at all. The system behind the scenes uses algorithms to pop those into your cookbook, but they are super fun. And again, choose them, let them populate, and then go preview the book. If you like it, great. If you don't, you can always change it or remove it. All right, as for headers and footers, again, lots of different choices here. Just play around, preview your book, see if you like it. If you don't, come back and change the setting, and you're going to be good to go. So that's all today for recipe layouts. Thanks for joining us on this tutorial. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to view the other tutorials we've got available. And as usual, if you need technical support, feel free to email us at support@creativecookbooks.com.